Party.
Merci, Monsieur le Président. Je m'inquiète de la sécurité, de l'augmentation des coûts et de la sûreté de nos importations alimentaires. La grande majorité de nos denrées alimentaires sont importées de loin. Cela ne devrait pas être le cas. Selon le ministre de l'Agriculture, le ministère de l'Agriculture, 60% des terres agricoles du Nouveau-Brunswick ne sont plus en production. Cela représente des terres qui pourraient être cultivées par des jeunes pour nous fournir des aliments localement et réduire notre dépendance à l'égard des importations. Pour que cela devienne réalité, des initiatives sont nécessaires pour éliminer les obstacles qui empêchent les jeunes d'établir des petites exploitations et d'accéder au marché. Que fait le ministre de l'Agriculture pour encourager et soutenir les jeunes à faire de l'agriculture une vocation?
Minister of Agriculture, Aquaculture and Fisheries.
Well, I'm thrilled to be able to stand and answer the question to the member opposite, Mr. Speaker. The Department of Agriculture, Aquaculture and Fisheries is working very hard to bring new entrants into the realm of agriculture, and in fact in the last year we brought in 35 new entrants into the program, and we're working with education, we're working with young farmers groups. I'm meeting with young farmers associations to talk about how we can improve access. We're also looking at revamping the FLIP program and taking land that is laying fallow and not in use and creating partnerships so that young people can have greater access to that. So we're working hard to work with the young farmers on the ground to gain the access to land, and that's ongoing work. Thank you.
The member for Fredericton-South, the leader of his party.
Mr. Speaker, when you think about it, it's remarkable that no one in government, no department, no civil servant has the mandate to ensure we have a secure and affordable food supply in this province. It's why my colleague from Kent North has repeatedly advocated for the Premier to expand the Department of Agriculture's mandate to include our food supply. The regions where we source most of our food are experiencing ongoing, relentless droughts, Mr. Speaker, driven by, of course, burning the oil and gas extracted from the earth. Our recent study predicts the severe drought in the western United States will continue through 2030, driving food prices sky high. Since the Department of Agriculture has no mandate to ensure an affordable and secure food supply for New Brunswickers, will the Premier explain exactly how he will achieve a secure food supply for New Brunswickers in the future?
Minister of Agriculture, Aquaculture and Fisheries.
Well, Mr. Speaker, to the member opposite, drought is not our only enemy. If you talk to the producers of major crops, any crop within the province of New Brunswick last year, we had too much water. Mother Nature, we acknowledge that climate change is a challenge for all farmers with all commodities, and it's something we are working with to create programs such as RALP, and we're using funds through the SCAP and looking at environmental practices. We're trying to create greener technologies, and the department is working with the participants and stakeholders daily to make sure that we're supporting them in their combating of climate change challenges.
The member for Fredericton-South, the leader of his party.
Mr. Speaker, we actually can't live without food. We know that, and our health is significantly influenced by the quality and safety and types of food we eat. With the stability of our climate unraveling as we pump more gas and mine more bitumen to burn, there's an urgent need to make New Brunswick more self-sufficient in food. In order to safeguard New Brunswickers against the consequences of global heating and warming oceans, local food security must become a priority for us. It's not. Because of our geography, we will not face the severe threats to agriculture that are already causing crop failures and reducing yields elsewhere in North America and around the world that currently supply most of the food we consume. So we have to plan in order to feed ourselves into the future. So I ask the Premier again, what's his plan to ensure we can feed ourselves into the future?
The Honourable the Premier.
Mr. Speaker, I thank the leader of the Green Party for the question. I guess looking at the big picture of affordability, looking at how we can we can manage the climate change and provide better outcomes for farmers, for our agricultural business. Mr. Speaker, firstly, it comes from an economy that is thriving. And when I talk about the development of gas, everyone gets all excited about this, but when you look across Europe and you look in China and you look at what's happening for emissions, and 2 coal plants being built a week, 1,100 running, 270 in Europe, Mr. Speaker, for every one of those we could shut down, we'd reduce world emissions by 50% per coal plant. Now, Mr. Speaker, my point in all that is it's an $8 billion enterprise for the province of this New Brunswick. So we want to address affordability that the federal government have dumped on us and the inability of everybody to afford to live and work in our country because of a cost of living. Well, Mr. Speaker, we here in New Brunswick, we have an opportunity to do a whole lot more. We can have a positive impact on climate change, and we can have the economy to do what we must for our people here.